Hey, this is the first video on my channel where I'm going to share my latest interests and ideas. The video is about the differential equation that governs the solar system, known as the three-body problem. We're going to start with simple physics concepts and work our way up to predicting, or better said, solving the solar system. It's apt to start with gravity, the linchpin in the solar system's symphony. Mastering and calculating it is fundamental. To better understand, we have to go back in time, back to the late 17th century, where a genius man lived. This man, named Sir Isaac Newton, was relaxing under an apple tree when an apple fell to the ground. Instead of just ignoring it, Newton started wondering, why did the apple fall straight down? Why not sideways or up? Newton's curiosity was piqued by this simple event, prompting him to consider the possibility of a force pulling the apple toward the earth. Through experimentation, he eventually uncovered the crucial points. The first proportionality is that the gravitational force is stronger when the masses involved are larger. For example, the pull between two bowling balls is insignificant compared to the pull between the Sun and Earth. We can say that when the masses increase, the force increases. In other words, the force is proportional to the two masses. It is important to emphasize that the two bodies experience the same magnitude of force. Newton also observed that gravity gets weaker as you move further away from an object. Specifically, if you double the distance between two objects, the gravitational force becomes only a quarter as strong. This happens because of the incredible inverse square law. As you can see, this perfectly describes the phenomenon Newton observed, the 1 over x squared function. This function perfectly describes it. Now we can state that force is proportional to the inverse square of the distance. That was the explanation of the two proportionalities that govern gravity. Now, we have to combine them into one proportionality. Notice that force is proportional to both of them, so we can multiply the right-hand side to get this. This proportionality is almost like the universal law of gravity. This was the old form before Cavendish came along and computed big G, the gravitational constant. I won't go into detail about his experiment, but basically, big G is the transformation factor that turns it into an equality. This form is the modern form and the final form. This is called Newtonian gravity, or the universal law of gravitation. With this piece of art, based on two clever insights, we can write the three-body problem. Here's the setup. We are on Earth, and we want to predict the solar system. First of all, let's predict the Earth's movements. We know that both the Moon and the Sun exert gravitational forces on the Earth. We have just derived Newton's law of universal gravitation. You thought I would walk you through all of this. You can just check it by yourself. You have all the theory to build and come up with this. We got more important things to work on. Want you to observe how small changes to the initial state become significant. The one on the right is nudged by a small amount. This phenomenon is called chaos. A system is called chaotic when even a small nudge leads to drastic changes. So, next time you ponder the solar system, know, my dear listener, just how sensitive it is to changes in state. Thanks for watching.